From the shores of Lake Erie and Northeast Ohio, it's time for Cleveland at Night. On this show, we explore Cleveland's hot spots, seasonal events, sporting events, historical places, restaurants, specialty shops, Cleveland entertainers, and local talent like comedians, magicians, dancers, and musical acts, and much, much more. When the sun goes down in Cleveland, our camera crew comes out. It's Cleveland at Night. On this episode, it's All-Star Amateur Boxing presented by the Eastside Daily News. This event was held at the Martin Luther King Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. And now here's the host of Cleveland at Night, Dmk. Hi gang, this is Dmk and you're watching Cleveland at Night All-Star Amateur Boxing. This boxing venue was filmed at the Martin Luther King Civic Center in East Cleveland. This event was sponsored and is presented by the Eastside Daily News. This bout is a 65-pound weight class. We got Trevon Richardson from Akron, Ohio versus Kayan Rodriguez from Buffalo, New York. That's the end of round one. Our camera crew is at each corner. Let's listen in to the coaches.
Same thing. You can hit this boy. Finish in this round. Be aggressive. Don't stay on his butt. And then the whole round. If he's moving one way, you move right with him.
Now on this episode of Cleveland at Night, our DMK camera crew filmed 4 full amateur boxing matches of 3 rounds each. An added bonus, I will be at ringside along with 1 or 2 boxing analysts to give you insight to the amateur boxing match. Also, we taped 4 partial matches, like the one you're watching right now, of 1 or 2 rounds each. Again, we have 2 partial matches first, then the third bout is our first featured amateur boxing match of the show. I will be back at ringside for the third match along with a special guest beside me. So like always here at Cleveland at Night, grab a beverage and a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy this boxing event. Filmed at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, you're watching All-Star Amateur Boxing presented by the Eastside Daily News here on Cleveland at Night. Okay, this is our second partial match of 1 round. Then up next is our first featured match of the evening. I would like to thank Glen from the Eastside Daily News for inviting the DMK Productions film crew to the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland for this All-Star Amateur Boxing event. I'll be back for the third match along with a special guest.
You gotta play win. You understand? Give it a hook up. Now you're gonna have to step back though. Alright? Hit and make them lift. Alright? Deep breath. Hold it. Hands to the side. Hands to the side. Hold it.
watching Cleveland at Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention towards the center of the ring, please, for our fifth bout of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, representing Rochester, New York, Deleon. Of the blue corner, representing Youngstown, Ohio, Jose Rodney.
Hello everyone, this is Danny K for Cleveland at Night, DMK Productions. We're bringing you the best of amateur boxing as the Eastside Daily News presents All-Star Amateur Boxing, and I'm with a representative from the Eastside Daily News, Glen. How's it going, Gene?
Everything's going okay, Danny.
All right, now let's talk about the two boxers in the ring right now. Why don't you introduce them?
It's in the red gloves we have Caden Burnick. In the blue gloves, we have Jose Gerard from Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay, and Caden's from Rochester, New York. You get boxers from everywhere, huh, Gene?
Oh yes. The matchmaker for the bouts is Renard Sappho from the East Cleveland Boxing Club, actually. So he kind of put together some good bouts and every time we put a show on.
That's great. Now this is the we have a standing 8 count. Saving a standing in the red corner. Caden, the referee, stopping it for the standing 8 count. We're going to talk about the point system, but this is the third time DMK Productions have been to the MLK Civic Center, East Cleveland, Ohio, for this amateur bout. How many events have the Eastside Daily News represented?
We put on about 10 bouts, actually, in a 2.5-year period.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Gene. We got our camera crew right in the corner, and so let's listen in to the coaches talking to the boxers.
Right over the top. Bam. Turn up the middle. Right hand.
Again, you're watching Cleveland at Night, All-Star Amateur Boxing Show, brought to you by the Eastside Daily News. Once again, great camera work by DMK Productions in Cleveland at Night. We're going to go to the opposite corner, and we're going to listen into the coach and the boxer. Be back in this moment, folks.
Be ready to have to step back and make your mission. Right? Win this fight. Got it? You know you won?
All right, here we go. Round 2 of this exciting match. What was the weight class on this, Gene?
They're about 112 pounders that they look like. They're both kids.
So what's the weight classes from what do they start with, and they go up to heavyweight, right?
We started like 65 pounds. We go up to heavyweight, actually. Heavyweight is actually, we have the junior heavyweights actually from 85 pounds up to 201 pounds, and then we have 201 pounds plus on up actually up to any weight class after that in the heavyweight division.
Boy, look at Caden and Jose go at it. They look like barroom brawlers. Well, there's really no style. Just knock each other down, right?
Right. Well, they're not interested in knocking them down. They're interested in landing punches. Actually, that's basically how they're scoring. The judges are judging them on punches that's landed in the scoring area actually, and that's the front part of their body actually, front part of their upper body, the torso body. Up to the head, actually.
Well, let's talk about the scoring system now. You were a referee and a judge for how many years?
For 45 years.
45 years. Okay, that's the end of round 2. But 45 years, and so you did pro bouts also, right?
I did pro bouts as well.
What's the difference between the amateur level and the pro level in points?
Well, basically on the point system, at the amateur level, we're mostly concerned with the points, punches that landed in a safe area actually of the body actually. And the pro actually, they're more concerned with getting the win, and we're more concerned with the safety of the boxer. That's not to say that in the pro that they're not concerned about the safety too, but they just let a lot of things go a little further than we do actually. We're more quick to stop about. In comparison to them, they're more letting the fight go on. They'll let a fight go on to maybe a knockout action. We want to prevent knockouts actually as well. So this way we put down with concussions as well.
They're going ahead again, Gene. But yeah, I seen that a lot from the USA Boxing is doing the judges and referee, and I always see that there's a doctor on hand for these boxers before and after they check the boxers out. We just missed it, but there was a hit behind the head, and the judge or the referee warned him, right?
He warned him about hitting behind the head actually.
Okay.
And then after he warns him a couple of times, actually, if the boxer continue to hit behind the head, when he warns him that, he'll stop the fight and take a point away from him.
Okay. All right. Again, we always talk about safety for the amateur level. This is the end of round 3, and as both boxers are in the ring, and let's go to your son. Your son is Warren Skip Glen, who's going to introduce the winner of this match, right?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give both fighters a round of applause, please. Today's winner, fighting out of the blue corner.
Okay, who's the winner there? Jose?
Jose Herrera.
All right, from
He's
Youngstown, Ohio.
From Youngstown, Ohio.
You guys got Eastside Daily News also bought the medals for the kids, right?
Yeah, we pay for the medals for the kids as well.
That's fantastic. All right, Gene, we're going to be talking to you more later in the show for the Eastside Daily News, presenting you this all-star amateur bout. Gene, you want to say anything else before we leave?
Just thank you for coming out, Danny, with covering the fight for us and everything. We always look forward to you coming out, and you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you very much, Gene. I'll see you shortly. Again, you're watching All-Star Amateur Boxing presented by the Eastside Daily News. Now it's time for the Cleveland at Night Fan Cam. Hello everyone, Dmk back here for Cleveland at Night, Dmk Productions, bringing you the best of all-star amateur boxing. We're at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to introduce my partner for this 105-pound weight class bout, martial art and boxing coach and trainer, Master Tom Spiros. How's it going, Tom?
I'm fine tonight, Dan. Looks like we're having another exciting amateur night at MLK Civic Center.
That's right, we got Dominic Sessions in the red gloves from Buffalo, New York. And in the blue gloves, Demario Johnson, a local boy from East Cleveland, Ohio. Tom, let's talk about their styles.
Demario is a taller fighter, and he's trying to keep Dominic on the outside, but Dominic is pushing the issue. And when you judge a fight, you should give the credence to the guy that makes the fight, not the guy that's backing up and trying to stay on the outside.
So the smaller guy, Dominic, what's his strategy? Stay in close and get the shots under?
Yeah, to get under the long jab of Demario and get in tight and then work them combinations and get them points. Look at the body shots that Dominic is putting in when he's in tight.
Well, you don't see that a lot with body shots. You see the head shots in the amateur level, but this guy's taught to get some body shots, and that weakens your opponent.
Yeah, it slows the arms down. It brings the arms down so you can get to the head and get the points off in amateur boxing.
Wow, Dominic, I'm telling you, is getting under that shots. Demario has that long reach. He should stay away, but I tell you, that Dominic is really getting in there and giving a lot of punishment to Demario.
Yeah, Demario doesn't look like he did all his road work, even though he's a local fighter. Dominic is pushing the issue. And Demario is trying to stay on it. Oh, nice jab though by Demario from the outside there.
Yeah,
but he falls in and doesn't look like he did his road work, man.
Yeah, Demario in the blue, he has that longer jab, but it still seems like Dominic's getting in tight and getting those body shots and head shots in.
Yeah, every once in a while, Demario will land a point shot on Dominic.
All right,
but
that's the end of the round one. And one thing we have here with DMK Productions, we have cameras that are right at the corner, so we're going to listen in to the coaches talking to the boxers.
Oh, you know how you start gym on there. You started better than the gym. Do a hard shot. You're going to do a fist like pop your jab, jump it in the punch board. You big in the guy. He's small.
We're going to see our DMK Productions and the camera crew. I want to thank Al Wilk and David Blasco for the camera crew. Let's go to the next other side of the corner. Tom, what do you think about it? Is that great camera work and good audio? Listen to what the trainers are talking to the boxers.
Dan, that's great. That's great camera work because you get to hear the trainer in schooling his amateur fighter, and we don't get many chances to hear the trainers in the corner.
That's right. And now we're in round 2. Now look at it. It's almost like I remember like a tough man competition at the Coliseum. They just going at it.
Yeah, barroom brawler, tough man. They just throwing all the techniques out the window and standing there toe to toe. But you got to give Dominic credit. He's coming forward and chasing the taller guy, DeMario. Wow, incredible. DeMario's landing shots on the back step, but Dominic, he's pushing the issue. He should be making the fight. He should get credit for pushing the fight.
A lot of action in round 2. Both these boxers, they want to win this round. Unbelievable referee. They were tied up a little bit.
Yeah, referee broke them because they were tied up and holding on to each other. No holding in amateur boxing. Look at Dominic, just going in there, body shot, head shot.
Incredible. These 105-pound weight class, these guys are going at it.
Yeah, DeMario's trying to fight back, but I don't think he did his road work. He keeps falling onto the younger guy, the smaller guy, Dominic. Dominic seems to be in better shape for this bout.
Let's talk about the point system, Tom, on the amateur level.
Okay, in amateur boxing, a knockdown is only 1 point. And in professional boxing, a knockdown is 2 points.
Okay.
So in amateur boxing, you try to get as many points as you can. It's not the power of the blow. It's just how many points you can get in amateur boxing.
So you don't see a lot of knockouts in amateur level, so it depends on the points. Is that correct?
That's true, because years ago there was knockouts, but not like it is today. The Olympic Committee is really watching the safety of these fighters with the headgear and breaking them when they get in these tough.
Well, I see a lot of times when the boxer's in trouble, the referee breaks it up. Also, I see a doctor on hand to check out the boxers before and after every bout. So that, again, safety is a big issue with the amateur level.
Absolutely. They check the vital signs, especially after the fight. They look in the fighter's eyes to make sure he's not have any concussions or any problems with his health.
Wow, looked like Dominic got a couple shots to the head. It got DeMario before the end of round 2. Round 2, end of it.
Hold it. Look at me. Hold it.
Okay, round 3 coming up. Now we have a segment called Master Tom Spiros Corner, Master Tom's Corner coming up. And what do you do on your episodes of Master Tom Corner? Talk about it, Tom.
On my episodes, I talk about fighters from Cleveland, past and present. And in 1977, I had a gym across the street from the now well-known Tremont area in the Lincoln Park district. And I had 4 fighters that stuck with me for 4 years. And 2 of them, in 1980, actually became the Junior Olympic World Champions against 17 different countries.
That's right. And one of your boxers is Sam Deleon. He's going to be at ringside for one of these great bouts this evening. Oh, they're going at it again.
Look at these guys, toe-to-toe, non-stop action. Oh, my God. The heart that these young amateurs put out is amazing.
Well, the only thing I got to say, Tom, if you paid for a ticket live to see this, you got your money's worth.
Absolutely. Amateur boxing, that's what I love about it. The kids give it their heart. They give it all.
Yeah, they give it all, Tom. But the referee stopped the bout. I don't know, was he shot behind the head or?
No, I think it was the headgear or something.
Headgear got loose?
Yeah, and he double checked it. It might have spun on the kid's head and they had to turn it back.
Okay, so back to round 3. This could be anybody's bout, right, Tom? Or did you give it to first couple to Dominic?
On my unofficial scorecards, because he's pushing the issue, but DeMario, he's punching back. He's punching back right now.
The Dominic, the smaller guy, is getting his shots in.
But there's some rabbit punches there from DeMario. It's hitting with the side of the glove. In amateur boxing, you're supposed to use the front of the glove.
That's correct. So the referee stopped it. A lot of times they give warnings to the boxers for behind the head. You only see behind the head shots or rabbit punches.
Yeah, they want the safety of the fighters at all times. That's why the referee steps in and breaks in and sees that.
Okay, I tell you, in my card, I think it's a tie right now. This is the 3rd round. It's going to be deciding who's going to win this great 105-pound weight class here at the Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. MLK Civic Center, East Cleveland, Ohio. Another good shot. That DeMario.
Yeah, Dominic's in tight. There he goes. Referee breaks it again because of holding. You're not allowed to hold in amateur boxing.
All right, we're getting down the end of round 3.
Oh,
another one.
Another hit.
But it seems like the Demario turned his head and he threw the shot, so I don't think the referee penalized him for that one.
No, he didn't get no points taken away from that because you're right. Demario, he turned away from Dominic and he got hit in the back of the head.
That's right. That's correct.
And that's why the referee stepped in right away and broke him and warned the fighter, but did not take a point.
All right, that's the end of round 3. Tom, who do you give that bout to?
Unofficially on my scorecards, I like Dominic in the red corner.
Dominic Sessions from Buffalo, New York. You give it to the in the red corner, right?
That's true, but the local favorite is Demario in the blue corner. I'm hoping the judges seen Dominic's effort and all that aggression that he put forward, because you get points for aggression in amateur boxing.
Well, I'm just a PA announcer. I'm not an analyst like you are. I don't know who won that bout, but let's go to in the ring. Skip Glen, who's going to give the winner of this bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give our fighters a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, today's winner out of the blue corner,
Winner, Demario Johnson in the blue corner from East Cleveland. How do you agree with that decision?
I'm a little shocked. The judges might have had the favorite because he's from our area. But Dominic, he gave it his best shot, and if the judges says Demario wins, then that's the way the decision
All right,
goes.
back with more All-Star Amateur Boxing right after this. Now it's back to the Cleveland at Night fan cam here at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. Boxing fans, it's time for Master Tom's Corner. Now introducing the host of the show, Master Tom Spiros.
Hi everyone, I'm Master Tom Spiros, and this is Master Tom's Corner. And on this show, we'll be talking about Cleveland area boxers, past and present. Also, I'm an internationally ranked martial artist. My international rank in the world is Renshi. Renshi is an official title in the Japanese society. It originated in the samurai warrior class, and it means polished master. But on these episodes, I'll be talking about some fighters that I had trained in the 70s. Back in 1977, I had a gym across the street from the Lincoln Park in the now well-known Tremont area. And the building was known as the Lincoln Recreation Center. The people in the neighborhood, we nicknamed it the bathhouse because in the basement of the rec center, they had public shower stalls. So if you was across the street in the park, on the merry-go-round, on the teeter-totter, playing tetherball, or even running laps, you could go into the basement and take a shower on the city. But on these episodes, I'm going to be talking about some fighters that I had trained in 1977. I had 4 fighters that repeated with me back in 1977. And those fighters were Delray Carpenter, Jeffrey Graves, Benny Mercado, and Sammy Deleon. But on this show, I'm going to be talking about 2 of those boxers, Benny Mercado and Sammy Deleon. Benny's mom brought Benny to the gym when he was 7 years of age. And there was another kid that crossed the street from the gym, from the park, and that kid was 9-year-old Sammy Deleon. And I could see the dedication into these 2 warriors in our boxing program. And in 3 short years, they became, at that time, the Junior Olympic World Champions against 17 different countries. Benny was the first 10-year-old ever to beat a 12-year-old. And Sammy was the first 12-year-old to ever beat a 15-year-old. And that was never done before. It's usually the bigger and stronger kid that has more experience that pulls the win. It's never the upcomer. But Sammy had left me at the age of 16, and he had turned pro for a professional boxing trainer. And Sammy fought from the age of 16 to the age of 21. And for that trainer, he had gained a record of 8 wins and 2 losses. And due to some personal family business, Sammy had to take a hiatus from boxing. And he didn't come back until he was 26. And at 26, Sam and I had got back together. And we had 2 professional fights together. The first fight I got was a 4-rounder for him. And he fought a gentleman from Youngstown named Wes Cogwell. And we won a split decision on that fight. And our second bout was by a gentleman named Steve Briggs. And Steve Briggs was a middleweight. Sammy was a welterweight at 147. To help the promoter out, we had to add 2 rounds on to Sammy's fight so the show could go on. And then Sammy and I had lost track of each other until the age of 55. And right now, Sammy and I are back together training Olympic boxers. Sammy is right now instrumental in training Deleon Mercado, the nephew of Benny, his uncle, the Junior Olympic World Champion from the 80s. Devon has just won the high school novice boxing championship for his trainer, Deleon. And we're going to guide Devon to more of his Olympic dreams and guide him to more of his championships in the near future.
To contact Master Tom Spiros, give him a call at 216-335-9578.
There'll be more points of interest coming from DMK and Cleveland at Nite. Stay tuned. And until we meet again, everybody stay focused, stay in the gyms and the dojos, and work on your health. Master Tom.
Now back to the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio for more All-Star Amateur Boxing presented by the Eastside Daily News. Hello everyone, this is Danny K for Cleveland at Night DMK Productions. All-Star Amateur Boxing here at the MLK Civic Center, East Cleveland, Ohio. We got in the red corner, Terrell Ross from East Cleveland. In the blue corner, we got Saeed Campbell from Columbus, Ohio. In the blue corner again. Right next to me is boxing analyst Rodney Harris. How's it going, Rodney?
It's going great, Danny. How are you today?
Very good. Okay, let's talk about the two styles of these boxers in the ring.
These are two, they look like KG veterans. They're plotting, they're using their jabs, their 1-2s. Oh, he's going to the body. I mean, this is going to be an exciting bout for these two young kids.
Okay, now you were an amateur when you were younger. Is that correct, Rodney?
That's correct. I was an amateur. I had many amateur fights. I fought international, fought on the USA team, fought in the POW Nationals, Golden Gloves, things of this nature. I had a lot of fun with it, Danny.
Ooh, a lot of action going on right here, huh?
Oh, a lot of action, especially out of the red corner. He's real gamey.
Okay. Now, how about in the pro level? Did you ever go to the pros?
Yeah, I went to the pros. I had a couple pro fights. Things didn't go that well for me there. You know, I had started late, personal issues, but I ended up training with a lot of sparring with the likes of Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield. I trained with Oliver McCall. I was there when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear.
Were you?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, you must be a tough guy to even spar with these great pro boxers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sparring with Mike Tyson was like being in a closet with a pit bull.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, again, you were in the amateur level, the pro level. The point system, how's the point system different between the amateur level and the pro level?
Well, the USA Boxing a few years back, they adopted the pro style of scoring. Everything's on a 10-point must system now. So each round is scored for 10 points, the maximum points you can get. A winner will get 10, the loser of that round will get 9 or 8, depending upon how the judges saw it.
Okay, so you don't see a lot of knockouts in the amateur level, is that correct?
Not as much as you do in the pros, because you know in the pros they wear you down to the 6th, 7th, 8th round, then a knockout comes from fatigue and other reasons, but you only have 3 minutes and you only have 3 rounds in the amateurs.
Okay, now the referee just backed off Terrell in the red corner. I don't know if he did anything legal or low or something like that, but he's backed him up. But safety's a big issue with the amateur level. Is that correct with the referees?
Oh, yes, very. In all sports, and especially in amateur boxing, safety's a big issue. The referees, they want to keep an eye on the fighters and make sure nobody gets hurt. They want to stay very involved in the match. That's why they get very close.
Campbell was on the ropes and he was just like hitting his right hand like out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I think he knocked out his mouthpiece.
It looks like the referee stopped the first round and he's telling the blue corner, Campbell, to get over.
Yeah, I think the mouthpiece came out of the kid in the red corner, and he might have been a little confused. There's a lot of action going. The referee, he can get a little confused, so the kid in the blue corner had to go to a neutral corner.
That's how they do it. Neutral corner, you have to go to.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I think the mouthpiece was Ross lost his mouthpiece. Okay, round one. We should be at the end of it. Round one. Looks like this is a little bit longer bout than the other ones, the younger kids. All right, that's the end of round one. Once again, DMK Productions film crew has a camera and mic on each corner. Let's go to that.
Your damn hand. You did not help me to drop me. You went. Wait. That's all you do. He doing one shot.
All right, we're getting ready for round two. Again, we have Terrell Ross in the red corner from East Cleveland, Ohio. In the blue corner, Saeed Campbell, Columbus, Ohio. Rodney, let's talk more about the action.
Oh, this is some pretty good action. It was a great first round. In my mind, the kid in the blue might have won that round simply because Ross lost his mouthpiece. He got hit with a couple good punches, but you never can tell. Great right hand right there. So the kid in the red, he's very gamey and very. He looks like he had some great coaching.
Okay, let's talk about you have a boxing gym. What's the name of it and where's it located?
65th Street Gym is the name. It's located on East 65th Street in Slavic Village, Cleveland, Ohio. The address is 3123 East 65. It's a boxing gym, non-profit organization. We help kids, any kids, all kids are welcome to train. We've had a lot of trouble keeping kids because the kids today, they just don't seem to want to put in any work. But we're doing our best to recruit and keep kids off the street.
That's I love about it. That's the biggest thing is, these kids nowadays, they want to get in trouble, do video games, and they're lazy. Getting into the physical contact of football, baseball, basketball, sports is great for the community and the kids to get them off the streets.
Oh, definitely, because sitting at home all day playing a video game's not going to really make you accomplish anything, but we're just going to keep working hard and offering them, and hopefully we'll get more kids in. They come and go, but if we can get one or two to stay, I think that we've accomplished our goal.
Okay, now one of the boxers did you train at your gym is your son, is that right?
Oh, yeah, that's correct. His name is Quincy Harris. He's a national fighter now. He's got 40 bouts under his belt. He's 13 years old, straight A student. He's ranked number 2 in the nation right now at 138 pounds. And we got a great year coming up. Lots of tournaments to continue his quest to possibly go to the Olympics.
Oh, that's great. Also, Golden Gloves coming up in March and April 2018 in Cleveland, right? Is he going to be in the Golden Gloves?
No. He's only 13. Golden Gloves is more 17, 16, 17.
Oh, is that for the older teenagers? Okay.
Oh, yes, sir, Danny. It's for the older teenagers. The Golden Glove, even for adults. I mean, it goes from 18 to 30 years old. So the Golden Gloves he's not ready for that. He's a junior fighter now. It's intermediate. He fights in the Junior Olympics.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they have Junior Olympics for the younger kids that they can participate in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's like the breeding ground for the Golden Gloves.
Okay. Golden Gloves. That's been around Cleveland for how many years? Almost 40s, 50s. Who knows?
Yeah, probably about 60 years. I mean, the Golden Gloves has been around forever. When you talk about boxing, everybody knows about the Golden Gloves.
Right. And a lot of the pro boxers out the last 30, 40 years were champions in the Golden Gloves.
That's correct.
Okay, then we're into round 2, and what'd you give that to round 2 to?
Well, I gave that round 2 to the red corner. I'm gonna have to go with Ross on that one. He was really coming on strong.
Okay, so Campbell in the blue corner, he's got to come out aggressive for the 3rd round.
Yeah, I got this match 1-1, 1 round for each. This last round is going to decide the bout, I think.
Okay, again, you don't see a lot of knockouts in the amateur level, but points really matters a lot, right?
Yes, points matter a lot. They got a saying in amateur boxing: punches in bunches.
I like that saying. That's good. That's good. All right, now your gym also sponsors a event coming up. It's called, because DMK Productions in Cleveland, I did one event called Box Out Violence in 2017. You have one coming up in 2018. Let's talk about that.
Oh, thanks. It's going to be called Box Out the Violence. It's the 2nd annual. It's going to be held April 14th at the Masonic Temple at the El Hassel, the El Hassel on
Union.
Union.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
Union.
I was there before.
Right. It's on Union and Union in Cleveland, Ohio. It's going to be a great event. It gives amateur boxing a place to platform and show their talent. And this is why we sponsor these amateur shows, because without amateur shows, they can never move over to the national and international level.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's go back to the action here, Rodney. You got down as a draw. One boxer won the 1st round, 2nd round. Who's going to be winning this round? Who's aggressive? Who wants it?
Well, it looks like the guy in the red. I mean, he's pushing Campbell back a lot. Campbell looks pretty tired, but also too, they both look pretty fatigued. But with the shoulders and arms on these guys, anything can happen.
Okay, once again, you don't see a lot of knockouts in the amateur level, so again, points really matter in this round.
Well, I think that was some great action right there by Campbell. It's really about the connects, how many connect. You score a point off connects, when the glove touches the man. But they're having a little discrepancy here. But he just got in another great left hook. So I don't know. This fight could go to the guy in the blue, because he's coming on pretty strong.
That's great. So again, any websites, Facebook, more information about Box Out Violence coming up?
Yeah, you can look at and see some stuff on 65th Street Gym, our Instagram page. the number 65 Street Gym. Follow us on there. We don't really have a Facebook right now. We're just kind of focusing on the Instagram, putting some things out there, social media as far as.
How about if you want to become an amateur boxer, can they join your gym?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're always open for kids or adults, or anyone who wants to give it a try. I mean, these sluggers here, they're in their 20s, so it's never too late.
Okay, we're at the end of round 3. Great action right here at the East Cleveland Civic Center, MLK Civic Center, East Cleveland, Ohio, and I tell you, it didn't go either way. Terrell or Saeed can win this one. Good sportsmanship. What do you think about that, Rodney?
Oh yeah, always great sportsmanship. See, they're hugging. It was a fight, now they're hugging.
That's great. Okay, let's go to Warren Skip Glen for the decision of this exciting bout.
Today's winner out of the red corner,
There's a winner, Terrell Ross. What a great bout. Rodney, thank you very much for being ringside with me. And anything else to say before we leave?
No, thank you very much. That was a great bout, but thank you also for having me, Danny.
All right, thank you very much. We'll be back with more Cleveland at Night right after this.
All right.
Hello everyone, this is Danny K for Cleveland at Night. We're at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio, as we're bringing you more All-Star Amateur Boxing presented by the Eastside Daily News, and we're with an exciting ladies match, and I'm with 2 boxing analysts, and we're with, who are we with?
Sam Deleon here and Master Tom Spiros.
Alright, guys, we got 2 ladies boxers, amateur boxers. We got in the red corner, Ahmad Condola from Ontario, Canada, and Aaron Horflick from Buffalo, New York. Sammy, let's talk about the girl from Ontario, Canada. Talk about her style.
Okay, her style right now, she's moving real nice. She's using her long arms, keeping her away from her. She's throwing good jabs and nice right hands. Moving, well, now she's starting to move in and using her long arms. She's moving side to side on her. Good, and another good right hand. She keeps throwing good right hands, but she throws a jab first, and then a good right hand. She's being real aggressive now. She just hurt her now. Wow, there she goes.
And Tom, what do you know about Erin now? She's in the blue corner with the blue gloves.
Erin's showing a lot of heart. She takes a lot of them punches and she covers well. She keeps her hands up high, and she's trying to counter off them long punches that a man is throwing, but she's having a hard time getting underneath that long jab. She can't get in close enough to get her shots off.
Okay, Sam, now you were an amateur boxer and a pro boxer, is that correct?
Yes, I was.
Now, is a points a different system? Is it a little different than the amateur, the pro level?
Yes, it's a difference, because in the amateurs you got to throw a lot of jabs and a lot of right hands, a lot of points. You just score a lot of points. And in the pros, if you hit somebody real hard a couple times, you could win the whole round and like that. And amateurs, they ain't like that though. And if you knock them down one time, it's only worth 1 point.
Okay. Yeah, right, Tom. Oh, that's the end of round 1. There's not a lot of knockouts in amateur boxing, right, Tom?
No, not because.
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here, guys? The lights just went out at the MLK Civic Center. Come on. Okay, there's our camera crew right by the corner of one of the boxers. Let's listen in.
You see the old
Did somebody pull a plug, Tom?
Hey, every time the action picks up there, the lights go off. So we got to wonder what's going on. Here we go. The lights are back on.
The lights are back on. We're ready for round 2. All right. Who won that first round? Ahmad or Aaron? What do you think, Sam?
I think Ahmad won that one too. That first round. She's the more aggressor and threw more punches. And she keeps her away with a jab like right now. So.
All right. This is round 2 of this exciting ladies bout. Amateur All-Star Boxing right here at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio. Now, who won the first round, you think, Tom?
Absolutely a man won the first round. Aaron's putting the pressure on now and backing the man up.
Second time the lights go out.
Every time the action picks up.
The referee stopping the bout. There's a little delay in it.
Yeah, we can't have the.
I tell you guys, they gotta pay their bills in East Cleveland. What do you think?
It's not safe for the fighters to fight when the lights are out, so we got to take a break for the safety of the amateurs right now.
I think, hey Sam, let's go to the bar and have a beer, and we'll come back. What do you think?
Yeah, we got,
All right, lights come back on. All right, back with the action. Here we go, Sam.
Round 2.
Okay. Amanda's coming in. Oh, she's moving side to side on it. She's throwing a nice jab. Here she goes. Oh, she's throwing a lot of punch. Oh, you're holding her behind the head now.
Aaron put some pressure on there, Sam. She's trying to back a man up, but a man's
man just caught her with the right hand there. Oh,
she got
she's
Aaron
coming on
against the
strong.
rope, Sam.
Yeah,
You're
she's
so
hurt.
right.
She hurt
my
her.
goodness.
Well, the
Give her a
referee
count.
stopping the action, giving a standing eight count. How many points is that, Tom?
That's 1 point in amateur boxing as a stand.
Oh,
Oh,
Lights go off for the third time.
I'm positive Aaron's trainer's got the control of that light switch. What do you think, Dan?
I don't know, but now that might be good for a boxer or bad for a boxer because the one's aggressive almost could knock them out. When the lights go down, it gives a little rest for the one boxer, right, Sam?
Yeah, so yes.
Here we go
She's
again.
going back to
Yes.
action. Oh, she's coming on strong
Go ahead,
again.
Sam.
They might turn the lights out on her.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh, good right hand. Good right hand.
Aaron's staying right in front. She's got to move laterally like a man does on her.
Now, I've seen women's boxers getting a little popular now, but back in the 80s, there was no women boxing, right?
No, not too much. No, like I say, the women do everything today now. They want to box, they do everything.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good for them. Good for them. Tom, when did women's boxing really got into the action? What year?
About 2006, Clint Eastwood had a movie out called $1 Million Baby.
Oh yeah, that was a very fantastic movie, Academy Award winner. Yeah.
And all the women wanted to get involved with amateur boxing at that time, and the Olympic Committee was putting a team together for 2006, but they chose a different sport instead of Olympic women boxers at
Okay,
that
that's
time.
end of round 2. And Sammy, who do you give that
I
round
give that to Amanda there. She's the more aggressor, moving side to side and throwing a lot of nice jabs, and she gives it a standing 8 count.
Okay, so she's up on 2 rounds. Tom, what do you think won that round?
Oh, on my unofficial scorecard, Sammy's correct. The man was pushing the issue, throwing a volume of punches. Aaron, she's straight in the center. She's showing a lot of heart, but she's got to do a lot more bobbing and weaving and get under that jab and get in close to be more effective.
So both analysts says Ahmad should won the first 2 rounds. Now, Aaron's got to come out and look for a knockout. What do you think on this round?
Yes, she really got to knock her out because she's way down on the scorecards.
All right, here, round 3 of this exciting female boxing bout for the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, brought to you by Eastside Daily News. I want to thank Gene Glen that invited us out here for this great
Amateur boxing event. Again, you're watching Cleveland at Night, brought to you by DMK Productions.
All right, here we go. Sam, let's talk about this, and Tom, let's talk about this.
Okay, here she comes. Man, still keep giving her that, keeping that jab in her face. There she goes.
Yeah, Aaron's showing
Good
a lot of
right
heart.
hand.
She's coming forward, but Amanda keeps turning her, and she can't get her shots off, Sam. Amanda's got more.
I think Aaron's down in the crowd first 2 rounds. She's got to come out aggressive this
And
round.
she is right now. She's pushing the
out a
issue.
little bit.
But Amanda's got good legs.
Yeah,
and
she's
she's moving out
side to
of
side.
danger. Yes, out of danger, Sam.
She
This is a
goes, she
very
keeping
good
that
match
long
for these
jab on
amateur
her.
boxers. Yes.
She got a nice long jab on her.
Both
Yeah,
boxers doing a great
yeah.
job of this round.
Aaron's showing a lot of heart,
Yeah.
walking forward and going through all that adversity.
Well, I tell you, Sam, these girls are tough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to get in a ring with them.
Here comes Amanda. She's coming on strong.
Aaron threw a couple.
Oh! Come on now.
As soon as Aaron threw that uppercut, I don't know what's going on here.
Now,
Dan.
I'll tell you, the referee's even getting pissed off. I mean, you're taking time out of my daily chores here now. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's not fair to the amateur fighter too, because they get involved so much into the fight, and then they have to stop and take a little rest here. It might be good for some conditioning and resting, but when they're winning the fight, they should be going ahead and continue with the
What we're talking
match.
about now, you guys are trainers in the corner for a amateur boxing. Who do you train, Sam?
Devin McCardle.
And Devin McCardle, we have DMK Productions in Cleveland at Night. We videotaped him a couple times at the Battle of the Ballroom. I think 21, he won the high school novice, right, Tom?
Yes, sir.
High school novice championship. He's 4-0 with 2 RSCs and
Wow.
2 stoppages.
Yeah, we videotaped him a couple times with DMK Productions in Cleveland at Night. All right, back to round 3 right here, Sam. Let's talk about this round.
Okay, she's coming on strong now.
Aaron's bobbing and
Yeah,
weaving, Sam, but
yeah.
she's standing up when she comes up and gets hit with that right
She got
hand.
just caught with the right hand just now. Just down there.
Aaron's trying to throw the jab and keep a man off her, but her jabs are falling short.
We're getting
Here she
close
goes
to the end of
again.
this round 3. Aaron needs a knockout.
To win this match,
Absolutely. She's got to bend them knees and get in close to a man, but she.
Amanda's throwing a lot of punches.
But
though.
that's the problem. Aaron
Still
can't. Oh,
hitting
look.
it.
Aaron-
Oh, good right hand.
Oh,
she's
Aaron's got a lot of heart, ladies and gentlemen. She's pushing the issue. There we go. It's the end of the 3rd round.
Bell, and that's the end of the round 3. And again, let's go back to as they're getting the scorecards, the referees and the scorecards from the judges.
Good
from
sportsmanship.
USA Boxing is doing a great job right here. Let's talk about your boxer, Sam and Tom, Devin McCardle. Devin McCardle, he's what's his record right now?
4-0. He's
4-0 as an
right now.
amateur,
Yes,
okay.
an amateur
And
right
you,
now.
you're gonna be entering him in the Golden Gloves coming up.
Yes, the Golden Gloves coming up. Yes, he's got a very good chance of winning the Golden Gloves because there was a guy he used to spar with a lot that didn't really want to spar with him, and the guy won the Golden Gloves.
Now,
So
Devin got late in his boxing career. You started when you were 13. Devin just started recently, right?
yes, just recently, but he's a good learner and he listens real good, so he's gonna go. I think go a long way.
Wow, that's great. And he's the nephew of Tom of who?
Of Benny McCardo, his uncle is junior Olympic world champion, the first 10-year-old ever to beat a 12-year-old in Olympic style
Let's
boxing.
take a break as the referee raises both hands of these female boxers here at the MLK Civic Center in East Cleveland, Ohio for this All-Star Amateur bout.
presented to you by the Eastside Daily News and brought to you by DMK Productions. Now let's go inside the ring as a ringside announcer, Warren Skip Glen, announces the winner of this ladies' match.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's leave all fighters now. Round of applause, please. Today's winner, fought out of the red corner,
And there's the winner, Ahmad Candola from Ontario, Canada.
I hope we're saying her name right, from Ontario, Canada. Do you agree with that decision, Sam?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And you,
sir.
Tom?
Absolutely, man. She took all the points. Aaron tried her best, but she got a lot of heart, but she didn't make the contest.
All right. We'll be back with more Cleveland at Night and Amateur All-Star Boxing right here at the MLK Civic Center right after this, folks.
I'm Master Tom Spiros, and see me on Master Tom's Corner on Facebook page Danny K / DMK TV shows.
Watch Master Tom's Corner on our Facebook page, Danny K / DMK TV shows. Look for the picture of Shimp.
today's winner out of the red corner.